Alright, permits has been pulled for Six Flags Magic Mountain's 2026 roller coaster. And, sorry about that. What's to be confirmed is they found a permit and it's been approved that they are getting a Vekoma Thrill Glider roller coaster. This is probably something from what I've been told looks like to be a coaster that is a motorbike coaster but suspended. So think about Ninja but you're riding a motorcycle. So something like that. So you're gonna be riding. We haven't really seen anything like that before, but this is what's been confirmed that Magic Mountain will be getting next year, and it wasn't what people were expecting. You know, people were wanting a Giga to go to this park, but probably we're gonna see that Giga some other time. But this coaster is still a good addition because this park doesn't really have enough family coasters. So so here's one of the layouts, the blueprints for the coaster that is going on next year, and this is where the Golden Bear Theater once stood. This is where it's gonna go, and this is going to be another suspended coaster at the park, as they already have Ninja. It wasn't what people were expecting, but at least this is something first of its kind, so it does really make sense. And the teaser really fits in with it, because cycling, so if it's a suspended motorbike coaster, yeah, you're basically cycling. So it does make sense with the teaser. Anyway, the station, if I were to take a guess, it looks like it's going to be right here where my cursor is. And basically that's what they're going to be getting next year, the coaster. So it looks like it's going to be right here. It's going to take up all this area close to Gold Rusher, next to Full Throttle. It's going to be going right in front of Pistachio Park. So it's going to be at the back of it actually. And it's going to do some kind of maneuvers. Looks like this is the queue line for the ride. It seems to be the exit on the other side of the station right here. But looks pretty decent. Looks like an average sized coaster. And they really needed another family coaster anyway. As you can tell, here is the more detailed coaster that they've had a blueprint for. So you can tell that this is the whole layout in red, and that's how the track may look like, at least the layout. And the station will be right here. So if I were to take a guess, that this straightaway will be the first launch of the coaster. So it looks like it's gonna be launching and going to a bank overturn. It will then bank up and it kind of swoops and turns around over the dirt or possibly maybe trees. But they did remove the trees, so probably it's gonna just interact with the terrain. Then it's gonna do probably another bank turn, if I were to take a guess. And then there's gonna be an airtime hill maybe, and then a bank turn again. And then this is where you're gonna go a zigzag. You're gonna do this S-turn transition. Then you're gonna do a turnaround, which maybe you're gonna be flying over the queue line. And you're going to be turning around, and then you'll turn around zigzag, kind of like the Batman's turnaround after the vertical loop, the second vertical loop. So you're going to kind of do some banking here. And then what I seem to be that this other straightaway is, possibly it's going to be the second launch of the ride. So you're going to launch again, and then you're going to probably do maybe this kind of swoop turnaround thing. And you're just going to be going a lot of turnarounds, zigzagging over the terrain, flying over the queue line, maybe some airtime hills while you're suspended. Then you're going to be probably doing some bank turns again, and then you hit the final brake run before heading back to the station. So it looks like a pretty short ride. It looks like it's pretty much going to be about maybe almost the same duration as Ninja. So it's probably going to be a decent ride timing. But 2 launches of the coaster, pretty cool. We haven't even seen anything like this before. Like a suspended launch coaster, there's nothing we haven't seen before. So, and this is also the first time that Magic Mountain worked with Vekoma, I think. Or no, pardon me. This is their second time they work with Vekoma. I think the first time was with Deja Vu, their Vekoma giant inverted boomerang. So this is their second Vekoma coaster. So this has been approved, and it wasn't what people were expecting. I know people would be really happy and blown away if it was for the Giga. As for the Giga Coaster, that is actually the most rumored attraction for this park to get. Unfortunately, it did not happen, but this is still a good addition because they don't have enough family coasters for this park, so they're gonna bring in another family coaster. So yeah, pretty much have a good collection. So the big question is, it looks like they're gonna keep that staircase um, for that old theater. So the stairs will still be there, but the stage is gone. And to be honest, this is going to be where the brake run section is and stuff. And so this is a really cool coaster. If I were to kind of imagine this is just like Tron, but you're like inverted, is probably how the coaster would look like. So there's not much pictures of how the trains would look like, and the color scheme really hasn't been revealed yet. But I don't know why they draw it in red, but I was really hoping that the coaster would be purple, because as Magic Mountain doesn't have a purple roller coaster, I was thinking of a purple color scheme, but the teaser doesn't really fit in with it. So I'm assuming it's gonna be some kind of orange track with like kind of like blue supports, something similar to Glide's color scheme. But they won't announce it until then, so hopefully they will announce it very soon. But this is all they got right now. So the coaster seems to be pretty cool. Really nice layout. So not people what they were expecting, but still a good coaster. Um, so for the name, we don't know the name of the ride yet, but technically we're also hoping it's gonna have some kind of theming, possibly maybe some like waterfall effect where that stairs are. So I don't know, something, maybe water feature, maybe a pond right there as you hit the brakes of the coaster or hit the second launch. Oh, a waterfall with a pond there, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, so this is something we haven't seen before. So a motorbike suspended launch coaster, nothing like this ever is built, and so this was the first time Vekoma will have a coaster like this. But it might be just maybe just as close as this one that I could get that may look like the coaster. So imagine the track will be the same as this one, except we're not sure if it's gonna go upside down or have any versions. But if it does, then maybe this is the closest that I could get with the coaster to imagine that what Magic Mountain will be getting next year. So the track may be the same, the supports will be the same. It's just that it will have a launch. This one will just have a lift hill. And this clip is being used by from Amusement Insider. So if you could appreciate it a lot, I would love to borrow this clip from you. So um, if you don't mind it, that's good. So anyway, this is probably the closest that I could get that Magic Mountain will be getting next year. I can't imagine just being suspended and riding this thing over the terrain and over the queue line and just having a bit of airtime while you're suspended. And you're gonna do a lot of banking on this coaster too. It looks like, according to the layout. And so, with the terrains, it's really hard to tell how the trains would look like. I mean, there is a concept art, but we don't exactly know how they would look like. I don't know what it's gonna be themed to or anything. But they did show a poster of a bird, like a robotic bird, but we don't know exactly what theme this is gonna be all about. There's no storyline about the theming. We don't even know anything about the station or stuff. We don't even know if there's gonna be any theming in the queue line or anything. But I don't think it's gonna be anything immersive. This is not a Disney park or anything. But for theming wise, I hope they're gonna do a good job with theming. But this is probably the coaster that I could get close to what I get from that Vekoma Thrill Glider coaster. And so if it's gonna be like this, then that would be a little bit unique and something that the park doesn't have. So, I mean, it did state it first of its kind in North America, so this does really make sense. So whatever they got still looks pretty cool, but not what people were expecting. I know a lot of people were saying Giga, Giga, Giga all single time, but we'll wait another time. Hopefully they will get it this time. But again, this coaster is pretty cool, and no matter what it is, it's still fun to ride. And what are your thoughts on the new coaster? Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next piece.